For my 8th grade project, I organized a benefit to help the victims of the flooding in the Southern Tier. I made this video to explain to you what I did and what I learned doing it. I was sitting at the kitchen table reading the newspaper, and I saw an article about the flooding in the Southern Tier. I hadn't truly realized how much damage Hurricane Irene had done, and so close to home. People had lost everything. There were pictures of heaps of possessions completely ruined, a street full of books outside a bookshop totally waterlogged and unreadable, racks of old photos and letters people had put out to dry, hoping to salvage. The most touching part to me was that I recognized some of the locations the pictures were taken. I had driven through there. I had been to festivals there. I had walked down that very road. And right then I knew that I had to help. I had an idea. What if a group of people got together, ate food and watched performances, and the money raised went to benefit the flooding? The next day I started working. It was so much work, but in the end, I know it was worth it. Organizing a benefit seemed so simple. A venue, performers, food, and I was set. I was so wrong. There are so many details. Flyers, an organization to donate to, press releases, phone calls. Not to mention, you have to get people to agree to help you out. And sometimes, it's hard for people to trust an 8th grader. There were so many obstacles I had to face. The first day I started organizing, I had already gotten a venue for free. I had a time and date. I was on a roll. Unfortunately, during maybe the 3rd phone call I made, someone informed me that there was a benefit for the flood victims on exactly the same day mine was. Lucky for me, though, the other benefit was from 5 to 12 a.m. at a place called Castaways, a famous local bar. Mine was hopefully going to be a little more family-friendly. Over the next 2 weeks, I'm not sure how I managed to sleep. Not only did I have a benefit to organize, I had homework, school, and coincidentally, an audition to prepare for that was on the same weekend as my benefit. I had days where I would be on a roll, doing so much work and enjoying it, and other days where I just wanted to be a kid and relax. I ventured out of my comfort zone, making phone calls to strangers, and then sometimes follow-up phone calls. I went into random stores in Ithaca, asking them to donate for the silent auction. I had no idea how much work organizing a benefit would be, but Ithaca was ready and willing to help out. I have gained so much respect for so many people and places in Ithaca who took a chance and trusted an 8th grader. In the end, the benefit was a success. It was incredibly family-friendly. In fact, the majority of people there were children. We had a silent auction with about 20 fantastic items from around Ithaca. We had food, $20 worth donated from the PNC, apples for 150 people donated from the Cornell apple orchards, and the rest donated by my family. And we had wonderful and talented performers, setting the tone and helping to make the event amazing. The benefit raised over $2,100, and I think that it really helped the community.